All right, what is going on? We have got some Tops Merlin, the new one. So we're going to open 2 blaster boxes, see what they're all about, see if they're any good, and see if blasters are worth getting, and see if we can get a nice hit today, and maybe a nice cheeky blaster hit. So let's kick it off with the first one and see what we can get. Let's review some Merlin blasters. Let's get it. All right. I haven't seen much of Merlin. I opened a box the other day and I thought, you know what? It was quite a fun box to open. So I thought, why not do some more and then see what we get and see if they're worth getting. All right. Let's go. So first card off, we are starting off with an Alex Scott on the Ray Wave. So not the worst, not the... Oh! We get, as I drop it, we get Willie Nonto to 199 to kick it off. So we get a numbered and a Ray Wave to kick it off. And then we get Haaland and then we get Rufel. So that is our first pack. And we find our first numbered card. So Willie Nonto, not the player I was looking for, but we will take it. So let's carry on and see if the blaster can find us maybe a autograph. Oh, ho, ho, ho. We get Young Magicians, Max Dowman. Wow. I will take that. Then Virgil van Dijk on the refractor. Cole Palmer. And last but not least, Onana. But that is a very, very nice hit. We'll put that one there. Max Dowman. So let's get that one into a sleeve straight away. As I lose my voice there. That is my first, I think, Max Dowman card I've ever hit. All right, let's get that in. Just put that box over there. All right, Max Dowman hit. Very, very nice. We will take that Max Dowman 100%. And that is a very, very nice way to start our blaster box. All right, let's see if we carry on in the same form. So, a Willie Nonto and a Max Dowman. Now, we get a, what is that? A Tadar card of Benjamin Sesko. Then we get Lucas Nemecha, another Leeds pull there. Kieran Trippier, obviously now in the Championship, and Dubravka. All right, I think we have started very, very hot with that Max Dowman. And not the best numbered, but, you know, always fun. Ooh, fantasy football on Fabian Shaw. Mate, these got some lovely inserts so far. Then we get Rodri on the Ray Wave, Jack Grealish, and we get Pablo Felipe. So the next 2 inserts, the inserts are very, very, very nice. All right, we'll put that there. All right, let's carry on in this form. Merlin is one of those products, though, that just does fantastic inserts, always. All right, we get Hartman. We get Kamada. We get Rio on the rookie, and then we get Minter. So we will keep Rio around. Obviously, put him into that pile, and then get rid of Kamada. All right. Come on, 2 packs left of the first box, but the first box has been pretty good to us so far for a blaster. All right, we get Bakwa. Sorry if I'm if it's like the camera work isn't great. I'm on a new setup here. What is this? Jake O'Brien on like this looking card. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to say I've researched into Merlin this year so far. I've just sort of bought it off a whim just to see. And we get another Max Dowman rookie as well on the base. We will take a base Max Dowman. So we get that as well. That is very, very nice. Well, let's put Rio Montgomery over here. So that is a nice hit. And then obviously a nice base Max Dowman as well, which people will obviously still want. So we get that as well. So we're not doing too badly. So last pack. Do you want to give us another Max Dowman? I would take that. That would be lovely. All right, so we get Mystic Afternoons of Carl Walker. We get another Tada of, is that for the right wing on Arsenal? Oh no, Mosquera. And then last but not least, Kelleher and Casemiro. So box one wasn't too bad to us. We get one base Max Dowman. We get the Jake O'Brien on this looking card. Young Magicians Max Dowman. Our inserts of two Tadars of Sesko Mosquera. Mystic Afternoons of Carl Walker. Fantasy Football of Fabian Shaw. And then we get some nice way raves and a nice numbered card of Willie Nonto, which we need to obviously sleeve up. So not bad there at all. Box one, I'd say, is a success for a blaster box. So let's get this cleaned up and we'll see you in the next box. All right, we are back with box number two. So let's see what wins, box one or box two. So let's get into it and see if it can beat box one. I think box one was quite successful. Nice little Max Dowman hit, some other nice little inserts, and a numbered Willie Nonto to 199. So let's put our packs over here and let's get into it. See what we can get. See if box one or box two takes the hit. So we start off box two again with a nice little Wayrave Refractor. And we do get our first numbered hit, and it is a Man City rookie card of Divine Makasa to 250. So, you know, we'll take that, a nice little rookie card numbered in our blaster. And then we get two base. So let's get that sleeved up. That's not a bad hit at all. All right. Very, very nice there. All right. So that's our first two hits. So let's keep it going. Let's see what we can do. All right, we get another Carl Walker on the Mystic Afternoons. That is two Carl Walkers in two afternoons. We get Zubamendi on the Refractor, and then Truffet and Erling Haaland again. Is there a top scorer buyback on these ones? Sort of hope so, because I got two Haalands and only bases, but we will take it. All right, we get on the Tadar, we get is that Fernandez? Yeah, it is. We get Fernandez, and then we get Max Dowman again on the base. So that's not bad at all. We'll take a back and base Max Dowman. We get Jair and Onana. Base Max Dowman is always welcome around here. Hey, we get Kai Havertz, been a Chelsea fan. I know a lot of people hate this guy, but he won us Champions League. Then we get Marcus Edwards, Nemecha, some say the worst Nemecha brother, and then Trippier. I like the fantasy football ones. Fantasy football inserts are gorgeous, but Merlin are probably like the best for inserts anyway. They're absolutely gorgeous. All right, we get Diakite, Richarlison. Why is that a base? And then is that a 3 base pack? That is a 3 base pack. So 2 packs left to decide what one. So far, I think I'm leaning to box one, but there is still time on our Ray Wave of Mola Wolfe. We get Tanaka on the what must be a one box. And then we get Kamada, his midfield partner, and Rio Nagoma. When I say midfield partner, I mean for Japan in the World Cup. All right, last pack. Can we get some last pack magic? And what is that? We've got Merlin speaks. Merlin says Damsgaard changes games in an instant. That is pretty cool right there. It's not numbered, but that is a very, very cool insert. But let's see what you guys think wins box one or box two. So box two, our numbered card was the Man City rookie in Mukasa. Then we get Botman. The Merlin speaks of Christian Norgard. We get one Tadar, a Tanaka on the one box, Wolfe, Rio Nagoma on the base, Diakite, Edwards, Kai Havertz on the fantasy football, Fernandez, Tadar, another Max Dowman base, Subamendi, and Kyle Walker. So let me know, guys, what you thought of them 2 boxes. What box wins, box one or box two? And let me know your thoughts on Merlin as a product. I really do like Merlin this year. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. The blasters are a bunch of fun, not too expensive as well. So you get a whole bunch of different inserts for a good value. But let me know your thoughts. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I'll be back for more.